filmmaker Babak Karamdin. 2021, he was murdered by his parents in an honor killing for still being single at the age of 46. Babak's parents confessed to drugging and stabbing their son several times, later stating that they were proud of their actions and showed no remorse. An Indiana judge recently ruled that taxpayers will be funding the sex reassignment surgery of a vicious murderer in prison. Jonathan Richardson was convicted of fatally strangling his 11-month-old stepdaughter in 2001. The ruling states that the surgery is a medical necessity that is required to prevent a risk of serious bodily and psychological harm. Morbid Facts, Part 409. In November of '99, the girlfriend of Panthers wide receiver Ray Caruth was shot 4 times and later died in the hospital. It was soon determined that her NFL boyfriend had hired a hitman to kill her after she reportedly refused to abort their baby. The baby ended up surviving, and Caruth went to prison for 19 years before being released in 2018. During a tense pro basketball game in 1992, Serbian player Boban Jankovic was frustrated with a foul call and slammed his head into a padded concrete post. He immediately dropped to the floor and was never able to walk again after badly damaging his spinal cord. Earlier this year, 44-year-old Pennsylvania man John Matthew Chapman was sentenced to life in prison after driving his girlfriend across the country and luring her into a Nevada desert for a bondage photo shoot. He then bound her to a signpost with zip ties, taped her mouth and nose shut, and watched as she died. Morbid Facts, Part 404. In 2001, actress Rebecca Gayheart struck and killed a 9-year-old boy who was attempting to cross the street. Other cars had stopped to allow the boy to cross, but she apparently lost her patience and drove into the turn lane to go around them, accidentally running the boy over in the process. She only received probation and a $2,800 fine. A Canadian man getting a rectal exam by his doctor at the hospital was observed by people he assumed were medical students. But he ended up suing the hospital and the observers after learning they were actors who played doctors on the TV show Saving Hope and were trying to prepare for their roles. A man from Alabama recently died after having the wrong organ removed during a horrific surgery in Florida. 70-year-old Bill Bryan was scheduled to have his spleen removed, but the surgeon mistakenly removed his liver instead. According to medical records, the surgeon didn't realize his mistake at the time and proceeded to label the removed liver specimen as spleen. Morbid Facts, Part 413. In 1978, Hustler magazine owner Larry Flynn was shot in the spine by a white supremacist serial killer who was apparently outraged by an interracial photo shoot in one of the magazine editions. Flynn survived the murder attempt but was left permanently paralyzed from the waist down. Years later, Flynn pleaded for his attacker to be spared from execution, saying, "A government that forbids killing among its citizens should not be in the business of killing people itself." But with up to 22 total victims and the desire to start a race war, the serial killer was eventually put to death by lethal injection. Around 1:30 a.m. in August of 2021, a woman wearing only a bra and leggings was captured on a trail cam in a remote North Carolina forest. 3 hours later, she was captured again, this time walking much slower with a noticeable limp. 6 months later, the woman's remains were found in the same area, still wearing the same clothing. Despite all efforts to identify her, the woman remains a complete mystery to this day. In case you haven't been following along, here's what we know so far about the disturbing case against P. Diddy. Following his arrest last Monday, Sean P. Diddy Combs was handed some rather damning charges that accused the rapper of running a decades-long operation, which included sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, and bribery. The charges were centered around the parties that Diddy would throw called freak-offs, in which he and others would allegedly intimidate victims into performing sick, non-consensual acts on each other. During these parties, Combs allegedly hit, kicked, threw objects at, and dragged victims, sometimes by their hair, which often resulted in injuries that took days or weeks to heal. The rapper allegedly gave his victims a collection of drugs, in part to keep them compliant and obedient. He also utilized the sensitive, embarrassing, and incriminating recordings that he made during these freak-offs as collateral to ensure the continued silence of the victims. These freak-offs allegedly occurred regularly for decades, sometimes lasted multiple days, and often involved commercial prostitutes. When Diddy's homes were raided by federal agents last spring, they seized various freak-off supplies, including narcotics, illegal weapons, and more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lube. Diddy's attorneys requested that he be released on a $50 million bond, which was denied after prosecutors warned that Diddy was a serial abuser who still posed a serious flight risk and might intimidate victims if released. Combs pleaded not guilty, but if convicted on all charges, he may be facing a life sentence in prison. This woman was caught on camera doing something deeply disturbing to win a chess match. Earlier this year, Russian pro chess player Amina Abakarova apparently needed a way to knock her opponent out of a tournament. So she decided to go to the extreme and poison the woman, 30-year-old Ume Osmanova, in what's being treated as an assassination attempt. Amina poured mercury from a thermometer onto the victim's chessboard before her next match and smeared it all over her side of the board with one of the pieces. Osmanova said she began feeling unwell during her match 30 minutes later, complaining of sudden severe nausea and dizziness, prompting an immediate call for medical assistance. After the security footage was reviewed by authorities, Amina had no choice but to confess to the murder attempt. Osmanova ended up making a full recovery, as the attacker was banned from future chess competitions and stripped of her previous titles. Abakarova now potentially faces several years in Russian prison for the senseless attack. Morbidly Wholesome Facts, Part 65. In the year 2000, pro wrestler Bam Bam Bigelow, who was known for his
So
iconic
if
flings
anybody's
head
watching,
tattoo, received second-degree
my
burns
name's
over
Kyla.
20% of his body while
I'm
rescuing
from
a
Northern
children from a
Ireland.
house fire. He spent 10 days recovering in the hospital after
And it's
saving their
just
lives.
like
In 2017,
I'm just trying to restart my life over, and this is the first day that YouTube's let me do lives.
She remembered a life-saving trick she recently learned at Gatorland theme park. She stuck her fingers up the gator's nose and it instantly released her leg and took off. For the first few years of his life, Mason McDeed cried constantly from his issues with cerebral palsy. His parents struggled to find any way to comfort him until one day his dad put on some Metallica. Soon he noticed Mason had immediately stopped crying and fell asleep, which would work every time he played heavy metal music thereafter. Ever since this revelation, Mason has attended over 500 metal concerts with his dad. Morbid Facts, Part 414. According to Hinduism, the Yamuna River is considered a river of heaven and is believed to cleanse the mind of sin. Every year, thousands of people drink from and bathe in the water despite its toxic foam, which is the result of poorly treated sewage that's constantly dumped directly into the river. Various chemicals in the foam are known to have many negative health effects, including skin irritation, hair loss, breathing issues, and brain damage. Earlier this year, a former model and Miss Switzerland finalist was allegedly murdered by her husband, who then reportedly dismembered her body and pureed her remains in a blender. In 1947, there is a case in Louisiana where a young man failed to die during a botched electric chair execution. So his lawyers tried to argue that he had already been executed and that it was cruel to go through it a second time. After much deliberation, the Supreme Court eventually ruled against him, and the man was successfully executed by electric chair the next year. In the wake of his recent arrest, let's take a look at some morbid facts that you didn't know about P. Diddy. Diddy's father, Melvin Combs, was an associate of convicted New York drug lord Frank Lucas. When Diddy was just 2 years old, his father was gunned down in a related gang attack. In 1991, P. Diddy organized an AIDS fundraiser after a charity basketball game. The event was oversold and a stampede occurred that resulted in the deaths of 9 people. He was quickly criticized by the mayor for letting inexperienced people plan the event and selling way too many tickets. A former FBI agent has claimed that Tupac's former boss, Suge Knight, financed the murder of Biggie Smalls in 1997. But the intended target was actually Biggie's boss, P. Diddy, who was in the car in front of Biggie at the time. According to her lawsuit filed last year, when Cassie Ventura hit a rough patch in her relationship with Diddy in 2012, she briefly dated Kid Cudi. Combs was apparently so angry at this that he mentioned he wanted to blow up the rapper's car. The lawsuit reads, around that time, Kid Cudi's car exploded in his driveway. Morbid Facts, Part 410. Last September, 39-year-old Florida mom Kathy Griffith was brutally stabbed to death by her teenage son Colin. He called 911 saying, I had a very, very long fight with my mom. She fell on a knife and she's bleeding from the neck. Police arriving at the scene described Colin as showing zero emotion, and the first thing he said to them was, I know my rights. This all transpired just 1 year after Colin was charged with fatally shooting his divorced father, Charles, but was released on the claim of self-defense. Kathy trusted her son at the time and even bailed him out of jail. Leading up to Kathy's murder, Colin had reportedly threatened to kill his mother many times, but she continued to love him unconditionally. He was said to be a very spoiled child who had been in and out of mental facilities for years after being diagnosed with PTSD. According to reports, Colin developed this after being held captive by his father for over 1,000 days without human contact upon telling his dad that he was gay. Colin has been charged with first-degree murder, as prosecutors have described him as a violent murderer who must be kept separate from civil society. Here are some morbid facts about Keanu Reeves. Keanu was set up for a bumpy ride from the start, as his drug addict father bailed on his family when Reeves was just 3 years old, leaving his mom to jump from marriage to marriage while giving young Keanu zero sense of stability. Keanu had his first taste of tragedy when his best friend River Phoenix died of a drug overdose in 1993. The two had started My Private Idaho just 2 years prior and had become very close with one another on and off set.
But I said to you the other day, I'm going to be on here all night, and all I said to you was,
his daughter was stillborn at 8 months.
"But you're going home next day," and you went, "Yeah." Next minute, you weren't around.
Briefly break up just before she was killed in a car crash.
Do you know what though? If I had a girlfriend and I lied about it and I kept sleeping out, what would I get called then?
What good if you've got a girlfriend or not, Mark? I thought we was all going to sit on him and chill. Everyone's fucking aggy.
Cooked her meals and prepared all of her
Haven't you heard? Men are cunts.
Once she recovered, Keanu
Not all
started a
men.
private charity to fund cancer research in children's hospitals.
Not all men. I'm just a straight up guy and I tell the truth. Like, when you get called a liar, that right does my head in because I'm not a liar.
Okay, so I said to you, "Why didn't you come on it last night?" I messaged you, you messaged me back, and I was like,
Because I was on live.
Don't shout, okay?
What are you saying? I was on
Whenever
live.
you're at home,
No one come in my life. I thought, what is the point being on here? So I come off.
I'm out. You went on about, what, 4 or 5 and you drove home from work, Mark? I was busy that time of day, okay?
I'm not just saying about you. No one come on. I thought, what's the point being on here? I'm coming off.
I didn't notice that, Jay.
A bus driver in Illinois stopped at a red light with the back part of the bus still on some train tracks. The children were screaming for her to move the bus forward.
Oh, Jay got a ring on.
But she was confused about what they meant. The train struck the bus at 60 miles per hour.
It's just like, so, listen, like, obviously, like, girls, yeah, when they streaming that, yeah, they've got boyfriends, but they won't tell everyone they've got boyfriends because it ruins their streams. They're more of a lie than us.
Boyfriend ain't got a girlfriend. I'm just on it to chill.
You alright, Jason? Alright, Irish. Kyla.
Standing on 2 legs, growled like a wolf, chewed on bones to sharpen his teeth, and never learned how to speak.
Well, she's having. Who's talking? Who said what's up?
Jason Paul.
You can talk, or you should have your telly in the background. Yeah. Thank you. Turn your telly down.
You sounded like with a demand, like an attitude. Do you mind, Kyla, do you mind turning your TV down, please? Because it's just disturbing my life. Is that a better way, Kyla?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Was it my TV? That was annoying.
It's your TV.
See, I didn't know that I was connected. Sorry.
That's another thing, Jay. They talk to people with very foul attitudes. Have you noticed it?
I said
Because
sorry.
when people come in here, and I'm not talking about you directly.
Oh, right. No, when he said that bad attitude, I thought he was on about me. Or
No, he's talking about me.
you haven't got a bad attitude?
Thank you. I just said, can you turn your telly down, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, boys. Shut up.
It's madness, isn't it, Jay? How they can talk like how they want to talk, but if a man talks like that, it's fucking World War Three.
Oh no, I love it.
I'll get my tiny violin out here for them.
I don't get it when people do come in having loud music and shit like that. I don't know what
Kyla,
Jason's doing.
Kyla, are you a man hater?
No.
Have you got bad negative things to say about men like Amy?
Well,
I don't have bad negative to say.
No, not particularly, no. Am I meant to?
Not every man.
I think they're just negative people like I'm hanging around with, you know what I mean? Always got
Hold on a wee second. Hold on a wee second here. Am I getting brought into an argument here? No. I know there is ignorant people, but
I just want your opinion, you know what I mean?
just block them or whatever.
No, don't.
Oh, and not Amy, but I'm on about like other people. If they're annoying you, just block them.
No.
But
it's all of his friends that were annoying him.
Yeah, that's what I'm on about. Block them. He should just block his friends.
Just block them.
Yeah.
So, Kyla, if I make you admin, can you block like people coming in, give me shit? Can you just kick them?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that.
You fucking take my admin off, Mark. I would never ever speak to you again.
But you have to keep Amy on too.
Yeah.
I'm not taking somebody's like thing, am I?
Imagine randoms kicking people out of lives.
Yeah, if they're cheeky, then.
You boot this one down the bottom because you don't know him. No, I'm joking. I don't. Is he not admin?
I can't. I've got too many admins. I need to clear my admins, but you've got to do it off live, haven't you?
You haven't, but yeah, I'll tell you that.
How do you get admins down? He started this yesterday. Like, how do you make somebody an admin?
Nicky?
The way of explain it. I'm not sure I have to do it on my own. I have to do it.
All right, okay. No, it's all right then. I'll figure it out eventually.
If you click me.
Oh, here. Did you see the messenger? Nicky Harden, fuck you then, or F you then. The guy was at the bottom and you says kick him out because you don't know him. He read at the bottom, F you then.
No, I told you to fuck you, Amy. See what I mean? You don't explain it properly. Now you've upset Nicky, Amy.
Nicky's gone.
How many other people are you going to upset tonight, Amy?
I don't know, yeah. I ain't decided. I might upset you all. I might start with this one that's just come in.
Yes,
all right.
Lee, I'm sorry about calling you autism. Can we be friends?
I need all the friends I can get. Friends. My bigo friends. Exactly. You keep him around long, don't you, Mark? Who farted? Look who joined. Who farted?
It's a good name, that is.
What are you doing, Jay?
He's probably waiting for his wife to get home.
Probably, yeah. Is she in the shower? Or are you in the bath? Just making my wife's dinner. Oh, what are you cooking?
You like, whoop! Forgot myself that I was doing it on the phone and lifted the laptop. Did I crack my laptop? Oh, I did. Oh well. Hi everybody, how's it going? How's everybody's night going? No, definitely not. I don't sing. Thank you, Aki. I'm sure as I keep streaming and we get to know each other, I'll probably start to like you do. So, and Cabin White, thank you very much. Gala gift bottle. Don't know if I'm gonna stay here. I was actually gonna stay here and put my short stuff on, but I don't know. I might go into this other thing because there's a gifting thing going on. The more gifts I get. Hi King, how are you? Did you follow me? 1 second. Right, King, you have to follow me and then it gives me the wee thing to follow you. Thank you, King. Yeah, I got it. Is that you in the picture? Hi Duncan, how are you? Thank you for the follow. Yeah, King, 1 second. I need to check my phone that it's not off. One wee second, just saying. Snap, snap, snap. Where is my Snapchat? King, just give me 2 minutes. Well, I'm sexy as fuck. I only started yesterday, so I'm just getting the, what do you call it, handle of it, like getting the idea around it. So one wee second, King, I'm trying to find my name. I can't because that's my wee girl's email address on that one. I'm gonna have to end the stream and go put the Snapchat on this phone where my email's on. Yeah. The eyelash glue looks like it's eyeliner. There's no eyelashes stuck on because I couldn't do it. Thank you, David, and taking that. Taken in G. Thank you for the like, King. As soon as I finish this live, I will sort the Snapchat out, and first thing I will do is send it to you. I promise. So, anyway. Need to take his house coat off and put different jammies on. So I do. So I keep forgetting about that. Yes, I'm gonna send you. Don't worry. I was gonna say, but I need to go off live here. But just letting everybody know that I can do one-on-ones and like video calls and voice chats, whatever. So anybody's interested, follow a message. And King, I'm going to do that right now for you, okay? I'll see everybody soon.